Hey guys, this is Montaha. Welcome to our SEO Tutorial Channel. The OneStopTutorials.com is here with us in SEO Tutorial Lesson 23. He used many ideas on his channel to keep his content ideas fresh. Here are a few important information for SEO in 2015. If you want to go over to his channel and check out what he is doing there. He really deeply loves and cares. So you will check out his video and subscribe our channel. Please see it.
Welcome back to OneStopTutorials.com. We're doing so well. We're so close now to finishing the actual outline of our website. Let's keep on moving. Now what I wanted to show you quickly was, because again I get asked this question a lot, is another way of actually bringing your footer down without having to add a clear both to the footer. Let me explain. At the moment we added that clear both, and I explained in the last tutorial why we did that. What you can also do is you can add something called a cleaner or a spacer, which basically means you can add one tiny 1 pixel div that will push everything down. Okay, let me show you what I mean. If we come just before the footer, let's say just here, okay, let's say just above here, what you can do is I call them spacers or cleaners, but what you can do is you can do a div id, okay, cleaner, okay, and let's close that there and let's close that there. Okay, again, it doesn't matter what name it is, it's just what I call it. And let's come in here and I'll show you what a cleaner does. The way to do a cleaner, or the way to do a spacer, or something to move that footer to the bottom, or to completely clear all the way down past all the above float lefts and float rights, first we call upon it. In our case we called it cleaner, okay, and this is the basic stuff that you do for it. What you do is you specify its width, and normally you do 100% because you want it 100% across that template. Okay, if you want to put 1,000 pixels you can, because that's the size of what it is. I like to put a width of 100% just to be sure. Okay, next you specify a height, and you always specify a height of 1 pixel, and then obviously you need that clear both, okay, which will allow you to squeeze on through. What this will do now is, okay, if we come in a design view and we preview this, it'll look pretty much the same as before. Okay, you'll notice our thing. But before, when we actually took away our clear both from the footer, okay, remember the footer went all the way to the top of the page. Well, what it does now is it basically keeps it exactly the same as it is and just keeps it at the bottom. But it clears its way. It's really good to put cleaners in sometimes because it clears through and allows content underneath float lefts and float rights to come through. Now let me show you what I mean. The reason I actually add a cleaner is, let's say we just for this example, let's say we took out the cleaner, okay, can bring it back in a minute, and you'll notice obviously our footer's not there no more because the clear both's gone. So let's bring back that clear both, okay, and that should bring back our footer. But now let's say we want to apply, let's say, margin top of 25 pixels because we want to move the footer down. Okay, when you come and preview this, what will happen is you'll notice that it doesn't move down 25 pixels, and you'll notice it's not actually being affected. Okay, we've applied 25 pixels to the top, but it ain't moving it down. So what we want to basically do is just bring back that cleaner. Okay, so let's bring back that cleaner. Now watch what happens. When you apply that margin top, you'll notice and now it actually gets applied, whereas before it didn't. And this here, this one single line of div, this is our cleaner. Okay, so I know it's not really a CSS tutorial, but it's really helpful when you find you're getting problems with footers, because generally you build from top to bottom and you might find you get a problem with your footer. Add a cleaner, add something that will give space and bring it all down. Okay, so that's just a little tip of the day, call it. So let's get back to what we were actually doing, and as we added that cleaner, we don't need clear both. So what I want to do is I want to put a div inside this footer. Okay, so footer div id, and I'm going to call it footer underscore links. Okay, and I'm going to close that off there. Now inside this footer links, I'm actually going to want some links. Okay, so I'm going to go to my SEO here, I'm going to grab the text tool, I'm just going to copy some of that and I'm going to paste that into here. What I'm going to do first is make this into a link. I'm just going to put a we always do a pound sign, a hash sign, sorry, politically correct, it has to be called a hash sign. And I'm going to do one of these fancy things like that, and that is our link, and here it is. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste that a few times, in fact quite a few times. Now you can copy and paste it, put it there, or you can do it like this, doesn't matter, it affects it in no way whatsoever. I'm doing it this because at the moment we don't actually know what content we're putting in. I just want to add, and you know what, I'm going to come to that footer and get rid of that background colour. We don't need it no more, it's just making it hard to see. I might put one more in. Where is it? HTML. Let's just put one more in. I'm going to show you an easy way to edit all of this in a bit by using libraries and stuff like that, but that bit's still to come. Let's have a look at the footer. So there's our footer, ugly links, looking really horrible, but we're going to come in and format everything, and then underneath that div called underneath the div, I want to make sure I'm inside of the footer here, so leaving one div at the bottom, I'm going to do a div ID, and this is going to be, in fact this is going to be copyright, and I'm just going to do my copyright stuff in here. So I'm going to do a, let's make it a P tag, coffee cake recipe, and I'm going to put copyright sign. Anytime you want to do the copyright sign, you do the and sign, and then you type copy. That's the copyright sign. Copyright, all rights. I'm just making this up, really. Doesn't matter. It's all gibberish. Okay, let's have a look. There is our copyright, and it's inside. I'm going to move this up because we specified a height. There we go. And let's get formatting that. So I want this to be, obviously I want the text to be in the middle. So this is called copyright, and it's an ID. Copyright, and text, oops, text align center. So I'm going to put that in the middle. And do I need to specify a width or anything? Nah, that should be alright. Text align center, there she be. Let's just, for the time being, margin 0 pixels, padding 0 pixels. How are we looking? Okay, doesn't look any different. And if we want to apply font stuff, then we apply that to the P tag, copyright space P. Let's copy some that we've already written here. This one will do, because like I say, it's all pretty much the same. Let's paste that into there. 12 pixels, color black, padding left, margin 0. I'm going to change that to padding 0. Padding 0 pixels. Let's have a look. Okay, in fact I'm going to make a bit of margin top 10 pixels. There we go, just give some space, and I'm actually going to make the font to be 14 pixels. Okay, looking good. So let's preview this and see how we're getting on, making sure nothing's wrong. Coffee cake recipe, copy, there's our copy symbol, copyright, all rights reserved, and there's our links, and we've got some space. If we wanted to, it's just again playing around, but if we wanted to, we could take all of this border stuff, Control or Command C, and apply that to the actual footer. Now remembering 1 pixel to the left, 1 pixel to the right, so we need to bring the width down 2 pixels, which is 998 pixels. That's my dog Bruno in the background there. And let's have a look, see if that worked. I don't think it applied it to the top, did it? Let's apply it to the top as well. Style sheet. Let's just copy another one. In fact, we don't need those, we can get rid of that, and we can just make a border. Okay, border 1 pixel all the way around, and when we have a look in the design view, you'll now notice that we're looking good, hopefully, and we can just apply some margin and padding to tidy things up. Things are looking good. In the next tutorial we're going to do a little bit of tidying up, okay, and then we're just going to quite simply start making things library elements, start getting our Google AdSense in, and start moving forward. Take it easy.